I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it. You might be able to hear it because I feel like I've heard it before on videos I've made. At least one, maybe just one. I've got the drippiest shower that I've ever had. I've had a lot of showers, like, you know, in my life, probably. How many showers have I had? Like, you know, I mean, like, how many showers, different shower places have I showered? Dozens, right? This is the drippiest one, and it's not the shower head that drips. It's the bathtub head thing, where the bath water comes out that drips, which it's stuck because of the hard water around here for 15 years. I got that bathtub head stuck in the shower on position. It's calcified and stuck. I would probably need WD-40 or sandpaper or a plumber to get that bathtub head unstuck. But I don't ever take baths. Like, I don't even want it to be unstuck. It's fine. I don't want to involve a plumber in my situation. I like to just be peaceful by myself. But nothing against plumbers. I think I love plumbers, probably, right? Like, they're great. But I just don't want to have one until I absolutely have to. And, you know, we're not there yet. But I'll tell you, that thing drips, constant dripping. Because the seal is maybe not tight enough because of the calcium deposits and whatnot from the hard water. And it just drips constantly. I don't know how my water bill is not $1,000 a month with how much water it's dripping. It's gray water, right? So I don't feel as bad, like it's wasteful. But that's probably just self-serving ignorance, right? I should get it taken care of just from a conservationist standpoint. Now I feel bad. Kinda. Like, if I would feel bad from an ethical standpoint, I should get that taken care of. But from a laziness standpoint, I feel like I don't even want to I just live with the drips. I feel like it might be 3 drips at different intervals. Like, there's the main drip, which is the fast drip, and then there's one, I feel like a half drip after it, and they're on like the same pace. And then there's maybe a third drip that's on a different cadence that sometimes interacts with those 2 drips, and sometimes it's off on its own. But you can hear these sounds like it's probably every, not even 2 seconds apart, that main drip. Might just be 2 drips. The main one, not that little guy I talked about, just the main one. And then a bigger second drip that comes in like every 3.5 cycles or something, right? Or something like that. I put a little bowl there to keep it from maybe splashing around near the drain and like causing mildew and stuff on the sides of the tub. It's like one of those plastic tub showers, you know, with the shower curtain, traditional. TMI probably, you don't need to know my bathroom, but that's just, I'm just describing the scene, right? It's like a hard plastic tub, basin tub thing. But that water never stops. And I get these little tiny specks of what can only be moldy or mildewy or whatever, I don't know, and I clean it when I can, but I can't scrub those little mildew stains off with my scrub brush. I mean, I'm not getting down there on my hands and knees with microscopes, you know, I'm not that much of a scrubber. But I would prefer for the drips to stop, or I could live with the drips if it didn't cause a water crisis, which I don't think it is, but also if it didn't cause a mold crisis, which I also don't think it is, but I assume that's mold or mildew. I mean, it's light brown, little brown freckles on my tub. Little tiny freckles. You know, but there's a fair amount of them, because what happens when it's always moist, right? You get freckles. You get mold freckles. You know. Anyway, that's my situation. I mean, the water's so hard here, I can't even, it's not potable. You can't put it in pots and drink it. I mean, you don't. Even boiling, it's not good. It's too heavy. It's too hard. The water's too hard. But I like it for a shower. I like a hard water shower because I feel cleaner when I soap off and I rinse off with that soap, with the water. The hard water makes it for a cleaner rinse, it seems. I don't feel like I got calcium deposits on my skin. If I had a soft water, you ever had a soft water shower? I don't feel like I got all the soap off. I feel slickery after. I don't like soft water showers. I never have. I've had them occasionally, and you know it when you do. But I've never had such, you know, it's pretty, like I said, I don't drink this water. I have to get bottled water. Well, I drink seltzer, but I also drink bottled water now, also. Not just for coffee, which I stopped drinking months ago. I mean, I'll drink a coffee out, but I don't make coffee, I don't brew coffee at home anymore. I just stopped for no reason. I have a whole bag of coffee in the fridge. I got filters, I got a coffee machine, I got water. I don't know. I got cups, I got mugs. I could have coffee right now. But I just haven't done it for like, I think I've brewed 2 pots of coffee in the past 3 or 4 months. That's just an aside note. But I used to use, because I didn't like lugging gallons of water from the store every week. Who does? Who likes that? I mean, you know, if you do, that's great. I'm not someone who likes lugging stuff around. Like, I will lug it, but I don't like it. So I kind of avoid what I don't like when I can get away with it. I think that's human. That's certainly Deckard. So, yeah, I would just use this not potable water in my coffee machines for years. And then I went to I stopped drinking it. The last time I stopped drinking, I got rid of the hard water filled coffee maker, which instead of just trying to clean it out with like vinegar and whatever you clean, I just, you know, it was a $19 coffee maker. So, you know, I had it for like 4 years. I just threw it out. And I just didn't replace it for like a year. But I was also going out and getting coffee at the Quick Check regularly. So I would still drink my coffees. But then I got back on the wagon, or off the wagon. Well, I don't know, I got a coffee maker, another cheap one. And I used it for a good long time until, I don't know, I just stopped. But when I first got it, I was just using the old straight tap water that you can't pot. Or whatever, I don't know why it's called potable or not potable water, but you can't put it in a pot and drink it. I put it in a coffee pot with coffee in it, and after not having coffee again, I was like, oh, I thought it was, I don't know what I thought it was. It was the bad water that made the coffee taste so bad, which of course makes sense, but I never really thought of it. Sometimes I would go from half and half to like milk, maybe. I knew better, but you know, I used to drink skim milk with coffee. Man, that's nasty foulness. I don't know how I ever did it. And now I can't. Every once in a while I'll go to like, I mean, I haven't gotten milk in even longer, but for a while I was, because I love milk. Did you hear that? That was my shower head doing something weird that I never heard of before. It was talking to me. That's weird. It was like there were bubbles up in there or something, and it was like fizzing around, making a weird fizzy noise inside there. I hope that's just like an echo from somebody else using their shower in another part of the building. because I have a condo, and so it's connected, so you can slightly hear sounds from other people's condos. It's pretty good insulation, so I like it. It's mostly quiet. That's how you can hear this water drop, maybe. But yeah, every once in a while I would put some milk if I ran out of half and half or whatever, and like that just makes the coffee taste bad. But I think maybe it was the water that was making it taste bad all along. So I just stopped. And then when I got this current coffee maker that I've recently stopped using like 3 or 4 months ago, but like I've had it for probably at least a year, I moved back to the bottled water. I started just lugging those gallons of water from the grocery store to my car, from my car to my kitchen, and just store them. And then I would just go through like 2+ gallons a week worth of coffee water. Potable this time, like spring water, or distilled, not distilled, but the purified water. And then I just stopped drinking the coffee. Not for any reason. Not for laziness, not for health. I like I said, I'll go out. I had iced coffee yesterday. I like my iced coffees. And then if I'm out in the wintertime, I'll get a Dunkin' Donuts extra large hot and drink that all day. I don't have a problem with coffee. I love coffee. But I just, I don't know. I'm not going to question the fates. It's just, it's probably good to take a break from coffee, and that's just what happened. But for just happened. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Just because we're talking about hard water. Hard water coffee is not as good as you might. Well, I don't know how good you might think it is, but it's not good. And I finally, after, I don't know, 10 years at least, more than 10 years of having hard water coffee in this place, I finally went to regular water coffee, and then I stopped that. I don't know, maybe I'll get back on it again when I start my old job. My new job at my old job in the fall. Maybe I'll start drinking coffee again. Or not. I'm gonna try not to fall into any old bad habits. Not that drinking coffee was a bad habit, but like, I don't know what's going to happen is what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to take a whole new attitude towards that job this time around and keep my peace as a priority more than, I don't know, whatever else I was doing. Expressing and exploring my annoyances, petty as they may have been. I'm just gonna, like, that was just kind of sapping my life out of myself. So I'm going to take a different attitude of not trying to disrupt my peace. Let's see if I can't do the job just as well or maybe better and enjoy my situation 40 hours a week, as much as doing that work as it is, instead of just 40 hours a week sleeping in and stomping around the neighborhood, which I'm doing now, and I've been doing that for almost a year, and I love that. But now it's time to get back to work, at least for a short duration. I don't know how long, but if I can stand it, if I can grow from it and like be peaceful still and do it, then that's just a nice paycheck to have while I'm just living my life in happiness. Instead of living my life in happiness without a paycheck, which is, I like that more, but the paycheck is nice and it just extends all my financial situations out to the future better, you know? And it'll be a nice test and practice of my keeping my peace. And I'll learn new wisdoms, maybe, if I allow myself to. I fully expect to be triggered by my job, which I don't get triggered much in my daily life since I left my job. And I've grown. And now I think maybe some of the things that used to trigger me at my job will not trigger me. And then there will, of course, be the things that will trigger me. And I'll use those triggers to bring subconscious beliefs to the surface and release them. That's the plan anyway, you know, that's the orientation, I should even say. I don't even have a plan. I don't like to plan my life. I realized one of the things I learned this past 9 months is how much I like not having plans. Like I like to have an occasional plan maybe, but like I like having mostly no plans. And just coasting through, and maybe I don't get anywhere, but guess what? I don't know. The way I look at it, nobody's really getting anywhere. I mean, it's not a contest. It's not about getting somewhere. It's like surfing a wave. Why are you surfing that wave? What are you trying to get on that wave? People don't surf waves to get anywhere, right? That's the attitude I like. It's like, I don't know, I'm on this journey. I'm not going anywhere, though. I'm just having fun with it and learning things maybe about myself. Learning how much of this bathtub faucet water drip I can live with, which is pretty much turns out a lot. I can live with it a lot. For a few years now, it's gotten pretty active. Ever since that shower part got stuck, you know, where you like lift up on the bathtub. Mine's got one of those little, whatever you call it, a thing that you can lift up, a piece of metal with a little vertical part and a circular horizontal part. The little flue. It's like the flue of a fireplace, but it's the flue of the bathtub faucet. You can flip that flue up, and it blocks the bathtub faucet water, and it forces it out the shower head, which that's all I'm doing. So that's perfect. That it's stuck there, that's not a problem at all. But yeah, I'm finding out various things on this journey to nowhere. Maybe least of which, maybe not quite least of which, but not least of which, how much dripping shower I can stand, which, like I said, is a lot, I think. But what I can't really stand anymore is Hardwater coffee. Yeah, I gave that up. I learned to give that up a few years ago, maybe. I don't know how long I've been getting these gallons of water, lugging them from the store to the car, to the house, to the kitchen. I don't know how long I've been doing that. I mean, I used to feed Peanut that not potable water for the first couple of years, few years maybe. So she's 8. I mean, maybe I've been giving her spring water for 5 years. I hope longer. I'm ashamed to admit. It just never occurred to me. I wasn't drinking it. I was drinking seltzer and coffee. I didn't have bottled water in the house until I was like, what am I doing feeding? I don't want Peanut to have any kind of ill effects. That's the only water she drank. So maybe I got just enough that the calcium was good for her bones, and now she's a super strong cat. But then we went to spring water at age like 3. But then, I don't know, after a couple of years of doing that, I realized that I can't be drinking this Hardwater coffee. It's the water that's making it gross. I mean, I should have known that. I can't drink the tap water. For the very beginning living here, I think I did occasionally, but I wasn't a big water drinker. What was I drinking? Orange juice, milk, coffee. I haven't drank sodas in a long time. I haven't drunk sodas. I haven't had sodas in the house, and never had alcohol. Never drank that. So what was I drinking? When did I start with the seltzer water? Less than 10 years ago. I mean, I was occasionally drinking that not potable tap water. And just, you know, it didn't smell, but just kind of squinting, closing your eyes at it, like, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. But I don't drink it. I don't swallow it anymore. Rarely even when I take like an aspirin or a pill or something at the bathroom, I faucet that water down my throat. I don't even rarely do that. So, I don't know, a couple of years, 3 years, maybe 4 years, I've been getting my own extra. So Peanut's been getting it for maybe 5 years. I just get a gallon every couple of weeks, however long it lasts. Then I started buying having 3 gallons. Right now I have 3.5 gallons for me, plus half a gallon for her, plus a case and a half of seltzer in the fridge. I don't have orange juice or dairy, any milk anymore. No soda. Some tonic water that probably should be thrown out, that I haven't even opened. I like the idea of tonic water. I like the tonic and a gin and tonic. I like the quinine. It's good for you, right? Or is it? It keeps malaria away, but is that a threat? It's a stiff drink, tonic water, I think. I'm a little bit afraid of it, but I respect it. I like that flavor with a gin. I like it. I don't know that I could. Would I pour some of it in my regular seltzer, club soda, with quinines added? I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I have one of those in the fridge. Like I said, it's probably 5 years old, 7 years old. I don't know. I never make gin and tonics. I got it to maybe have a gin and tonic, but I haven't even opened the gin. Yeah. I'm pretty lazy with alcohol, which is fine with me. I don't need to be drinking. I mean, I never had a problem with it. But, I don't like, once I discovered the THC, that's where I like it. I like to be on the THC, not the alcohol C, not the alk-C. Alky, no. But before then, for sure, I was a party drinker. I'm a good drunk, so I drink to excess when I drink. I mean, not now. I had some wine this weekend with my family. I'll do that. I don't drink till I get a super nice buzz though, because that's whatever. I don't need that. But in my 20s, I sure did. Yeah. But then I replaced that with the THC, because there's no hangovers with the THC, and it's a better, more functional. It just perspective change. I just like the way it changes the perspective on my moment-to-moment experience. I've always liked it since I first started it when I was 24 years old, 23, 24, my 24th birthday in New York City. With my college roommate. We were out of college at that point, but yeah, I was a late bloomer with it. I made up for it. Been kind of, I won't say non-stop, but I mean breaks, but actually sometimes years. There was years. It was always hard to get, and then it became not, because it was legalized. But yeah, I was always, smoke them if you got them. So if it's around, I'm going to do it. And then when I run out, I won't have any around for months and months and months, like 30 months. And, and then just, don't do it. And then if I have it around, it's every day until it's gone. That kind of a thing. I don't know. I just like the way it tweaks my perspective. I like the way it feels in my head. I'm a Sativa boy. I like the Sativa. I like the energized, creative, fun kind of wonder and fascination with things that it just creeps into, overtakes you. All of a sudden I don't know how I would describe it. It's like maybe in a good way, imagine a good way. So whatever happens next in this conversation, it's a good way. You're in the shallows of the South Pacific Island beach, like a sandbar. Water's up to not quite your knees, and it's just amazing. And then you just start to somehow the tide comes out and it starts to drag you back, but like an undertow, but not, you can breathe underwater like Aquaman. So remember, it's good stuff. It's only good things. So it's just a metaphor for it just kind of creeps up from behind and just pulls you under itself, the wonderful South Pacific Ocean water. On a sandbar off Aitutaki in the Cook Islands. Look it up. All right? And but you can breathe. You're not panicked like you're just getting, what's the word that those guys use, mashed by a wave. Those surfer guys, when they go under, I forget what it's called, what they call it, a little slangy word they use. It's not like that. The THC just creeps up on you, and then it just coats your entire experience with South Pacific Ocean water. Like clean, pure, warm, I don't know, buoyant, like almost suffused. I guess you're not suffused with water, but just completely surrounded. But I don't know, but it's not claustrophobic, it's like supportive. I don't know. I don't analyze it like that, but like if I were to describe it, it would be like that. You just slowly get drawn under, and everything becomes a little slower, a little more fascinating, or more wonder, fuller. Like there's more full of wonder. It's more fuller of wonder. Just every moment. Like, did you hear that bird? He punctuated my sentence. Or she, might have been a she-bird, probably was a she-bird. I don't know, he-birds and she-birds, I'm not good with the birds. Plus I can't even see it. I mean, my eyes are even closed, so. But it's also outside my window, which I'm not even looking out that window. But yeah, so that's my liquid drinking resume, I guess. Curriculum vitae, curriculi vitae, vitae, CV. That's my academic background with drinking. Some alcohols, some milks, juices, mostly seltzer waters, some not potable drinking water to like now potable drinking water, coffees in there mix. I rediscovered yogurt drinks earlier this season. Yeah, I drink those as much as I always have, like 4 or 5 in the fridge. I like the Oikos Pro. I don't know, it's got a lot of protein and they taste so good. So that's new. But yeah, and I just discovered Rita's, which I guess is a liquid, right? Italian ice with the custard, and then you make like a mix it up, and it's like a melty root beer float or whatever flavor float. Instead of root beer, it could be like, I had clementine orange. Oh my God. Then I had wild black cherry, which also was good. But they said there's cantaloupe on that menu, but it's out of season or something. I don't know. I want the cantaloupe one. I've been lobbying for cantaloupe water since before I even knew that's what I was doing. When I discovered that there's coconut water, but there's not cantaloupe water, why isn't there cantaloupe water? That's way more important than coconut water, isn't it? Wouldn't you rather have cantaloupe water than coconut water? If you're going to have a sea fruit cherry water, you have cantaloupe water before you have coconut water. Cantaloupes, aren't they easier to get to? I don't know, they're nicer to eat. Anyway, I just discovered Rita's, and then I went on their online menu and I discovered they have cantaloupe, which of course I was like, that's the one thing Rita's needs, is cantaloupe flavor. No, they have it, but this one didn't have it. I can't wait to get that one. I'm going to get all 3 types. I'm going to get the drink, which is like that cantaloupe Italian ice mixed with water. Then I'm going to get the other one, that it's not mixed with water, but it's mixed with their vanilla custard, which is like ice cream, but I don't know what custard is. It's like milk cream? Ice cream made from milk or something? I don't know. And then I'll just get the ice that's just straight Italian ice cantaloupe. And I'll tell you which ones, they're all going to be the best. Anyway, so I discovered Rita's, and I kind of, a little bit longer ago, discovered yogurt drinks, or rediscovered them to my life. Started drinking them again. And of course, there's always been the milkshake. And I rediscovered the root beer float also earlier this year from the farm. It's just, root beer with ice cream, but it's the farm's vanilla ice cream. And it's, I don't know, a 12-ounce can of root beer when you float it, it turns into like 30 ounces of root beer. It's the biggest drink. It never ends. The longest drink you ever had. They do put a good amount of ice cream, I guess, and it just, I don't know, whenever you add root beer to ice cream, it triples the root beer. Try it. It's like putting rice, when you cook rice, if you put rice in water, like the rice has babies. I don't know how it happens. Right? There's so much more rice after you boil it than when you put it in. The rice isn't that much fatter. If you look at the rice, it's not that much. It's not that it just grew. No, it like grew a number. That's what it feels like with the root beer float, with the root beer, because like it's like a 24-ounce root beer float. It's not chock full of vanilla ice cream, and it's like they pour that soda in there and they give me the can, and it's like the can is like 80% full. 2 ounces of root beer equals like 20 ounces of root beer when it's mixed with ice cream. It's crazy. So I discovered that. So those are mostly the liquids that I drink. Yeah, all inspired by this non-stop drip.